Okay, get prepared with your questions if you want me to answer some questions. Okay. Yeah, so I hope you're hearing me right now, and I'll proceed. So my name is Gibson Skalki, and I'm the founder of this company called the Imikipreneur. We practically help students to find study places in the USA and in Canada. And we've also expanded to other countries in Europe for this moment in time. We also do help people to get what we call green cards in the United States of America through coaching and teaching and having some courses around that. We also do career development for a lot of students, which would be coming from outside the United States of America. So basically, that's what we do here with Imikipreneur. So let me just give you a quick background. So we have been working with a lot of students, helping them to come to the USA. And we have influenced more than 1,000, maybe 1,300 people right now to move from Africa to the USA using study master's degree pathways. As a company, we've helped almost about 200 to 250 students thereabout as of today to find places, find funding, and then come and study in the USA. However, there's been recent changes in the past that are affecting what we do and how we help students to come to the USA. Funding gaps, there have been a lot of funding gaps right now, and there have been also uncertainties about visas and how they are being issued. So this is the purpose of this meeting. We're trying to address those issues and to give you a way forward and actually to make you see how things are moving, right? And if our current applicants, our current students that we were helping right now, some of them were actually affected also. And in being affected, some of them we are changing their programs. We are moving them from one program to another program. So we are doing a lot of things to help them to acclimatize to new programs. Okay. Okay, so some of the challenges that we are facing right now has to do with visa scheduling. So the American government right now have asked all embassies to stop visa scheduling, new visa scheduling. So what it means is all new visa scheduling that are supposed to happen right now, they have been halted. People are not able to book for a visa interview, right? So you can do everything else, but you cannot book for a visa interview. So this is exactly what is happening all over the world. This is not only about Africa. This is not only about Zimbabwe. It's not about any particular country. It's about every other country. Okay. So that is one of the challenges that people have right now in their minds. And they're saying, oh my God, what is going to happen with this? But I think this is going to be resolved very soon. This is going to be resolved very soon. Okay. Then the other issue that is worrying people right now is what we call OPT. OPT is practically that program that allows people to work for 3 years after graduating in the United States of America if they do a program under what we call a STEM. And there is rumor right now within the government, and there are also hopes within the government that maybe they will scratch OPT. And this is happening right now as I'm talking with you. The discussions about this around OPT is still there. It's available. People are still using it. But there are those rumors that it might be stopped. And if this is stopped, it will affect how people acclimatize to the professionals side in their careers after graduating in the United States of America. Okay. Okay. So these are practically the main problems that we do have right now. Maybe what I need to do now is kind of give you projections, what to expect, and what our analysis is as far as all these things are concerned. And just to help you understand, because we know a lot of people have got uncertainties, and a lot of people are saying maybe there's no more opportunity for them to really do something with the United States of America as far as education is concerned. So these projections are just there to give you what we can say a glimpse into the future of what we think is going to happen. Okay. So first of all, one of the major funders is Empower Financing, and Empower Financing has actually changed the way they were operating, right? But we think that the programs that they have vouched that they're going to sponsor it for the next, let's say, intake, which is January intake. We truly think that they're going to do this for those programs that they say they can sponsor, right? What about other programs? We are not sure that these programs are going to be sponsored again. Actually, our projection is they might never come back again. So these other programs may never be sponsored by Empower in the future forever. That's our projection. However, Empower is claiming that by August 2026, they would have brought back all these other programs that they are not sponsoring currently right now, especially for August and January 2026. But our projection is we are confident that Empower will sponsor the programs that they've specified for January 2026. We're sure about that. We're not sure about August 2026 because things are happening fast and things are changing, and these things really, really do change. Okay. The challenge of visa scheduling, we expect this to reopen very soon. This is affecting every other country. So we know that this is going to be opened maybe next week, maybe 10 days from today. There is no way where America can actually stay for more than 6 months, more than 3 months, more than a month with all the visa scheduling for students closed. That would be devastating to a lot of universities and a lot of businesses. So we know that this is going to open. And the reason why they put a halt on this is because they want to improve the way they check your social media when they are approving your visa. So also be conscious about what you say on your social media if you are doing an application for a student visa to come to America. All right. Now, OPT right now it's there. It has not yet been paused, but the speculation is it might be scratched. It can be paused, right? Our projection is it might not be paused, but if it is paused, we also project that it will come back in another form, because there is no way that the American education system can operate and function and assimilate students without something like OPT. So it will come maybe with a different name, maybe in a different form, but if OPT is paused and nothing else is coming up, this will affect the American education system heavily. And we don't see that they really want that to happen at this point in time. So we are looking for auto correction here. All right. So what is the way forward, basically? I'm about to finish, so ready to text if you have some questions, put some questions through if you've got some questions right now. I want to answer those questions. So what is the way forward? The way forward for you is the opportunity that we really think is January 2026. And January 2026, the applications start right now and not for August 2026. We don't think August 2026 is a viable option for a lot of people. We think the actual opportunity right now is January 2026. And the opportunity is not in the common programs that we were helping people to do. It is not in the common programs that people were aware of, right? We're going to stick with the programs that Empower is financing, the programs that aligns with what they are financing, okay? And those programs are in data science, they're in artificial intelligence, computer science. They are also in selective management programs. And yeah, so mainly that is where the opportunity is. However, what we do, just like what we have been doing in the past, we were helping people in social science degrees to do programs in STEM, which is science, technology, maths, etc., right? We will do the same thing because already we have found programs that we can put people even from social science backgrounds to study in this field of data science, artificial intelligence, etc., something that is related to these programs that Empower is financing. So that is where the opportunity is. The opportunity, I think, is for January 2026. And the opportunity lies on the fact that there are new programs right now that are being created by universities I think even right now, today, maybe there are 5 more, 10 more different universities are creating new programs that align with data science, that align with artificial intelligence. And we have a way of, if we do up an application with you, we have a way of, even if you do have a social science background and not a mathematical background or a deep technological background, we can still help you do apply for a program that can be financed. And that program still, again, you will be able to actually do it and manage it. And that program will be fundable because the deal breaker right now, as you speak, is funding. So I think the opportunity is for January 2026. Do not wait for August 2026. We don't even know what is going to happen in the next 6 months, 8 months. Let's do in the next 12 months or 14 months. No one knew that Empower was going to cut finance for people in 5 days, like it did. But we have always been saying these things. Like, this opportunity is going to end. It is just here for a time. It will stop at some point in time. And that's how things work, right? So and also the other thing is, despite all these hurdles, the funding hurdles, the visa delays, the OPT uncertainties, there is still the biggest opportunity in America, right? The biggest opportunity in America to start with is getting a visa, right? You just need to get a visa that can be in America, and again, you can see how America will offer you opportunities for your profession, for your personal growth, for your education, and things like that. The most important part with America is getting a visa. Everything else, you can figure those things out. And just remember, just like a visa, it's a paperwork that you need to come to America. We are also using education so that you get that visa. All right. So your education here is going to come and work as that credibility that allows the American government to give you a visa so that you can come to America. And then when you go to school and learn, you are gaining more credibility so that you can get a good job, right? But the greatest opportunity is America itself, right? The ability to be in America in an environment which is growing, in an environment with opportunities, in an environment that is diverse. I think America is still a good destination for a lot of people, young people who are looking to grow into careers, who are looking for personal growth, who are looking for financial success, who are looking for stability. I think America still presents itself as unmatched right now as compared to other countries. Okay, so having said that, we can also help you to actually do apply like we have always been doing. We can help you to apply. We just changed a little bit some of the things, right? So now for you to work with us, there's just a commitment fee or a processing fee that will charge you of $125, right? That commitment fee is a processing fee that you're actually paying to us, okay? And we will also apply for you for free to our universities, some partners which do not require any application fee if we are applying for you, or some naturally that they just don't need an application fee. We will apply to you to those universities, right? Within the context of that $125. If we do maybe the first and second application and we see that you're not getting places, maybe we will also ask you to bring another application fee of maybe $40, $30, maybe $50. That's the range, right? $30, $40, $50 thereabout for us to do another application, maybe the third school, maybe the fourth school, right? A lot of our clients that we're working with right now, they just submitted $125 and we have applied to them. Some of them even 4 schools, some of them 2 schools, some of them 3 schools, right? Depending with what is happening with their applications. But what we then help you with, especially at this point in time, is to find you that program within this field of data science, artificial intelligence, etc., that can actually meet your qualifications, and you can get that place, and you can get the funding, and ultimately get a visa, right? Remember, the deal breaker is always the visa. So what we can do is we help you with university matching, we help you with funding support, also help you with the application itself, right? We do the application with you and for you. Then we do visa coaching for you, and then we do accommodation support. Right now, we are doing accommodation support for about 50 students who already have who have visas. And we still have another about 150 students who are yet to go for visa interviews right now for August intake, right? Yeah, so we'll help you with that accommodation support, visa coaching, and we will continue to support you until things have worked out for you. Okay, so let me just show you the budget timeline and how these things work, right? So right now, ignore the 1,300. That is kind of the value of what we are offering and what we'll be doing with you. But you just need to submit $125, right? That $125, that is your commitment fee that we will also use to submit your application to other universities, right? After that, you then need to get a place within maybe 2 months to 3 months, which is about 90 days on average. And then you need to pay a university deposit, 250 to 500. Then you pay service fee, which is $350. And then some of the, if we use Prodigy, which is another funder, it can ask you to pay a loan processing fee. But if we're using Empower, like right now, we're going to use Empower, we're not going to need that $500, right? After that period, all these things happening, you will then need to pay for your visa interview fee, which is $185 at the embassy. If you get a visa, then you need to actually look for about $1,200, $1,200 for your flight. That's all. These are all the costs that you will need, right? But the most important thing right now, as we're speaking with you for the January intake and the January opportunity, is for you to get started. And for you to get started, you just need $125. You just need $125. Once you get a place, then you can start to think about, okay, I need $250 for school deposit, right? And then we do some paperwork. After that, maybe 2-3 weeks, you need another $350 to pay for the embassy, and then you go for the visa. Okay, so it's very structured, and all these monies that you need, they're not needed once as a lump sum. You do them slowly, 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 slowly. Yeah, so that's how it is right now. I want to see if you have questions, guys, so that we see how we can help you. We see how we can help you. And this is just a diagram to show you what I've been talking about. You get started, you pay your processing fee, and things like that. And then you pay your school deposit, service fee, and then the visa fee, and then you fly to the United States of America, right? That's how it looks like. Okay, if you want to get more in touch with us, if you want to make a payment, that $125. If you are using EcoCash, send it as 130 US dollars, and you can send it on the number that is right now on your screen. Right. If you want a link, also you can just WhatsApp us and say, hey, I need a link to. You can WhatsApp that same number on EcoCash and say, hey, I need a link to make a payment using a Visa card. They will give you a visa, they'll give you their link to pay using a Visa card. But yeah, this is what I just wanted to make an update with you right now and see how it is going. So you can actually now ask me questions. I'm not seeing any questions here in the chat here. Do I have questions here? Okay, I'm not seeing any questions. Any questions that you do have? Winfield, do you have questions? Ashley, do you have questions? I'm not seeing any questions right now as I am speaking. I don't know if it is the fact that I'm missing them or it is the fact that there are no questions at all. Okay. Yeah, but the guys, this is what we are doing right now. Let me see if I can see. Let me just check. Um Okay, so I'm seeing a question here from Winfield saying you talked about loans. Are they applicable to people who aren't doing STEM related programs or what? Yeah, so I think I don't know if you were there online or not, but that's exactly what I've been trying to explain. Let me read the other question. Okay, so I'm seeing a question here from Winfield saying you talked about loans. Are they applicable to people? All right, sorry about that. Okay, so the tricky part here is for you to get a place. Okay, first of all, get a place, and then get sponsored. Okay, and then get a visa. So to your question, I think the question that you asked you talked about loans. Are they applicable to people who aren't doing STEM related programs? It's not just STEM related program right now. It's more than that, right? It's actually a specific program that will get funded. So the loans that we have right now for January 2026, because this presentation I'm doing it for January 2026. What we have for January 2026 right now, we will find you a program in the STEM field. Okay. And that program is going to be around, things to do with artificial intelligence, data science. Yeah. And they're not difficult programs. They're programs that you can actually do, right? So I'm being transparent. These are the programs that we will look for you. We're not going to find for you a master's in psychology. We are not going to find for you a master's in just business leadership, right? We are not going to do that. We are going to find you a program in those fields, which is basically a STEM program. It doesn't matter your background, okay? It doesn't matter your background. Whatever background you have, if you've got a good GPA, if you've got good transcript, we can find you a program that you can then be financed. Okay, I hope I've answered you on that one. Hello, you said you help us with application of scholarship and getting accommodation, right? At this degree-sponsored one. So the money that you get from a loan, these are loans. This is not a scholarship. So let us just use our English properly here so that we don't confuse each other. These are not scholarships. There will be scholarships, but there will be small portions. And scholarships are very difficult to get. I mean, full ride scholarships, difficult to get. You can take 6 months, 9 months, 10 months looking for them. And still the chances of getting it is 3%, right? So we are not doing scholarships. Scholarships will be there. Maybe scholarship will come as 10% of your total tuition, or maybe 20% of your total tuition. But what makes you able to come to America and study is a loan. So we will help you get a loan. It's a loan. You have to pay it back, right? So these are not scholarships. Use the word loans. Okay, it's a loan that you have to pay back, but it's manageable. People come here, they are actually working, they are learning, they are on these loans, and some have already graduated and they're paying these loans back because once you graduate, you get a job and you'll be working that job, you can pay these loans back, right? You'll be paying. Just know that there are more than, I think right now, more than 4,000 Zimbabweans who are on these loans. Just maybe that will help you think. There are more than 1,000 right now, more than these loans. Okay. And then any other questions are they? Okay, someone says thank you, answered. I paid the application fee, but so far is everything quiet. Could I kindly have an update? Yeah, just send a message on our operations number. Just to send a message on our operations number. Yeah. So if your January application right now, if it is for January application, we are working on that. If it is January application, you're working on. That's what we're working on right now for most of our clients. Right. So most master's programs are 2 years. Once you come here, most master's programs are 2 years. 2 years programs. Yeah, 2 years programs. Yeah. So also to just let you know that we have there are more than 4,000 students from Zimbabwe alone. From Zimbabwe alone. I'm talking about from Zimbabwe alone, right? And there are we're talking about more than 30,000 students world over who are on these loans, and they're making it work. Okay. More than 30,000 students. Okay, which universities do you normally work? We are, right now we're in connection with more than 600 universities. So, and also I will not mention a name of the university because there are a lot of things that are changing. We might tell you that we're going to help you go to Arizona State University, and then we realize, oh my God, that program that we thought you could get into, you can't because maybe your degree is this and that. So we work with a lot of universities, like a lot of universities. The most important thing, I think, is not the university. I think the most important thing is the ability to get a place at a university, and then the ability to get a funding, right? Getting it. And I'm speaking this with the background of helping thousands of people from Africa to come to America, right? Because the biggest challenge that you have is not that you don't have the brain or whatever, you don't have money, right? So if you put it in that context, just know your challenges, just know your pain gaps, just know the thing that you don't have is money. And this opportunity that we were having right now, people, we had a luxury of choosing, oh my God, this program, that program. We no longer have that right now with the funding that has been restricted. So the opportunity is on looking for a program that you can get into. You see, a program that you can get into. So what I can be transparent with right now and tell you exactly is we are going to look for a program for you in the field of data science and artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and things like that. That's what we're going to make sure that happens, right? But which university, that depends now with, when I look at your transcript, when you look at your certificate, where did you, what is your GPA and things like that? Are you going to be admitted? Are you not going to be admitted? But we work with, practically we kind of 600 universities, but we're connected to 1,500. But some of them we just don't work with them every day. Yeah, someone is asking about global management. I don't think global management is going to be funded for in January now. It will not be funded. So if you had already applied before 5 May, you just wait, make sure you get accepted. If you get accepted and you already have an application going on, we'll help you to make sure that that application goes through. Yeah, we'll make sure that that application goes through. But if it is a new application and you did not apply before 5 May, it's not going to be approved. That's the truth. Yeah. The payback time for the loans is 12 years, right? It's 12 years. So listen very carefully. This is the question that I always get. And I don't know how to continue answering people. Even our PDF have got this answer, but I always have people come back and ask me the same question. And it's practically because, I don't know, but I don't know whether it's people don't read or don't listen when you say it, but they continue coming back with the same question. Listen, and I want to answer it right now. Listen to this. The loan that you're going to get, the money that you get for the loan is able to pay for your tuition and your living expenses, okay? However, while you're a student, they require you to pay interest. So you will start to pay interest with that loan. They give you money back. You use that money to pay their interest back. So they expect you to pay interest while you're still a student. But you use their money to pay that interest back. Okay. Now, in terms of their money, is it enough? Is it not? The money is enough if you are single and you're not sending money back home and you're not looking for someone after someone, you're not parenting somebody. If you're just single, you are coming here, you go to school, you learn, and you are paying your living expenses, the money is enough. It's calculated to make sure that the money is enough. It doesn't become enough when you've got 2 kids, you're supporting your wife, your husband, you're supporting your parents back home, you're sending $300 every month. Then the money is not enough. But the money that you get back is enough to pay your rentals. It is enough to make sure you eat. It is enough to make sure you go to school. And you start to pay the interest while you're still a student. Okay. The interest will become more and more when you take more money because the loan increases with your semester. You take money for the first semester, right? And then you take money for the second semester. You take another money for the third semester, and then you take money for the last semester. So your loan also continues to grow, and your interest also continues to grow. But the good thing is, the first 6 months, they give you money back. You don't have any extra work. You are not working. The money is enough to look after you for 6 to 9 months without working. But within those 6 months, you're also looking for a campus job. You're also looking for some other means of getting income, right? Maybe on campus. And now you're being paid $800. Now you have extra income. And as your loan continues to grow, still you will be comfortable if you get a campus job. Okay, so that's how it works basically. So this loan is enough if you are single. It's not meant for you to look after your kid. It's not meant for you to look after your families. So don't we have people who come with families? They come, right? They'll find their own way, but it's not as easy as when you are just single. All right. And for how long am I supposed to pay the loan? You pay the loan of a period of 12 years. You can pay it in 2 years if you want after graduating, in 6 months if you want after graduating, but they give you up to 12 years. So that's how the loan looks like. Okay, so someone is saying I've applied at Michigan, I got admission. Unfortunately, sorry, I can't help you if you had already applied, Yeah, so I have a lot of people like this who text us and write us emails trying to help them once they've applied. Yeah. You actually have to you have to know, you have to connect everything before you make an application. Like this program will get funding from this funder, right? So if you just make an application and then later on look for money, that will not work out. So for example, this applied in economics, I don't know if that is going to be funded, honestly. So I don't have a solution to this one. Apart from tuition and accommodation, which other costs does the loan cover? So use the word, no, don't use the word accommodation, use the word living expenses. Okay, so the loan, that will get money that covers tuition and living expenses. All right, accommodation is one of the living expenses. Just to correct the grammar, right? Okay, but I want a program in the science faculty. I did my bachelor's in economics in SA. Yeah, unfortunately for SASI, I don't think you have a lot of choice right now. The unfortunate thing is you really have to, if we are helping you meaningfully, we have to find a program for you that you can get funded. So it doesn't help us to just get you a program in economics and then you don't get funded, right? So that doesn't help us. But these programs, also the way you guys think, like for example, SASI, you are saying I've got a bachelor's in economics, so I'm looking for a master's in economics. It doesn't really work that way. Okay, so that's an old-fashioned way of thinking. That if I've got a bachelor's in maths, I'm going to come and do a master's in maths. If I've got a bachelor's in economics, I'll come and do a master's in economics. No, it doesn't work that way right now, especially in America. These degrees are meaningless. Just know that they are meaningless. You just need to adapt to what is there currently. You have to do something that after doing it, you get a job. Okay. And also the people who fund you, they know that. So they only fund things that will make you get a job. So for example, for SASI, if you've got a bachelor's in economics, you can actually come and do a master's in artificial intelligence in business. And then you apply artificial intelligence tools in economics, right? You apply your artificial intelligence tools in economics. Because if you continue knowing theory about economics, it doesn't help you in this generation right now. No one cares about the theory in mathematics, the theory in economics, the theory in business studies, without knowing tools to then implement the theory. Because when you go to work, you don't do theory, you do business, you do something that is very specific, right? And in this generation, there are tools to use. So you need to know a tool. And one of the tools right now that you will need is artificial intelligence. So we will help you to get a program in artificial intelligence or in data analytics, for example, right? And then you use your skills to do economics and work in a place where maybe you're doing economic analysis and things like that. So that's how it works. So don't be too much centered on your degrees, right? I did this degree, I did that degree. Okay. Are we allowed to work? You work on campus, right? So you are allowed to work on campus. You have to find a job on campus and work. And that job is not guaranteed, right? It's not guaranteed. You have to find it. You have to find it. You work on campus. Once you graduate, you can work at a company. But also, while you're a student, you can, after 9 months, you can work outside the campus. You can work for a company. If you get a job, you have to get a job. After 9 months, you can work, right? For a company, you can be paid, right? But the most important thing is you have to find that job. All right, you have to find that job. Yes, I'll need to do anything about it. Okay, that's okay. That's correct. I think I've explained that one. Okay. All right, guys. I'm not seeing any more questions. Thank you so much, Sassy, Loreto. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Clady. Thank you, everyone who was asking questions here. I hope a lot of people are going to be assisted when I was answering these questions. Okay, but in closing, to be honest with you, the truth of the matter is this, according to me, this is how I see this thing. The truth of the matter is this opportunity is real. It is there. And right now it sounds very uncertain, but usually that's what happens in life. A lot of things do not come in black and white. They come in gray and silver. And those people who would be quick to embrace it, embrace the opportunity, are the people who will see the white. Okay. So even when we started helping people to come to America, a lot of people are doubting, okay, how do I get funding? How do I get this? But I can tell you right now, more than 4,000 Zimbabweans, for example, are here right now. More than 4,000 Zimbabweans. I think more, I don't know how many Africans are here, a lot of them, through this program. And Empower alone is financed more than 25,000 students in the United States of America and Canada alone. Okay, this is huge. The opportunity was very, very big. Now it's going down, it's dwindling. But I think for January, you can actually kick in and chip in and run in for January and get started before they change a lot of other things, right? Like I explained to you, all these are the things that they're talking about, the OPT, the visa. This is always there for the past 6-7 years. They've been talking about this, right? Oh, we want to scratch off the OPT. We want to remove these visas. We want to do that, we want to do that. But that's always the issue. And those who truly understand the American embassy, it's always difficult for you to get a visa interview, to schedule a visa interview. It's very difficult, but people still do it. Right now, we have got about 100 plus interviews scheduled with our students. Okay. And we already have a lot of people who have received green cards. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for attending this session. I hope I try to explain a lot of things. I know some of the answers that I give, people don't expect them. Yeah, but the problem is I can't lie, I don't lie. I just tell you the truth, right? For example, right now, the programs are limited. Those are only the programs that we're helping people with. We can't do a lot. We don't have the capacity, right? Anyone who tells you they have a capacity, I don't know. They might have it, but we don't. We can help you to get a program in those areas that I've mentioned, and you will figure yourself out. Don't worry about the degree that you did in your undergrad. Don't worry about it. Worry about the ability to get a visa. That's the most important thing. Once you have a visa, you are starting out fresh on a new plate, and the future is going to be determined by what you do when you come to America, not what you did before you came to America. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, for your time. The numbers that are on the screen, the EcoCash number, you can send your money on that number. You can also call that number and send money on that number, or ask for more information on that number, or you can text, right? So thank you so much. We are hoping that people will start to actually come and engage us right now, and we will start to help people as soon as yesterday. So the other thing that I did not mention is we have to start now so that we get you a place before the classes have started getting filled up, right? 2 months from today, classes will be starting filling up for January. And January takes small classes because that's not the major intake in America. The major intake in America is August, right? January, they take almost a quarter of what they take in August. So the classes fill up very quickly. So start right now. Let's start to help you right now. So you will find out if you are one of our clients and you are affected. Some of you have actually done applications for you for August, right? For this August, we have actually pushed through applications. We are waiting for responses right now. Some of you are pushing your applications into January right now, and we are waiting for responses. So as we stand right now, we don't want anyone to think of August 2026, no matter your situation. Let's push everyone into January 2026 and we see how it goes. But as I can tell you, the other thing that I also did not mention, sorry, I forgot to tell you, is everyone who is coming in right now and give us $125 right now, we are going to do one free application for you. And if we need to do another application, you can actually pay the application fee, which is going to be $30 or $50, right? On top of the $125. However, everyone who is coming in from today, right? This is because we have changed a lot of things from today. If by January, we do not manage to get you a place and get funding, right? We will refund you the $125. If we don't get a place for you in January, we will refund you the $125. So I had forgotten to mention that, because I know there's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of people saying, oh my God, what if I give you my $125 and it doesn't work out? Okay, I understand that. But also we are truly in a position and we think we need to help a lot of people. So we want to allay and remove all those doubts that you have. Oh, maybe I'll be scammed, maybe I'll be what, right? But why are we giving a refund? We're giving a refund basically because there's too much uncertainty at the time that you're engaging us. And we understand that. And number two, we're going to do one application for you, a free application. And if we need a second application, we're going to ask you to pay that $30, that $40, that $50. We'll give you a link where you will actually pay yourself if you want, okay? But if everything doesn't work out, if you don't get a place, if you don't get the loan, we're going to refund you that $125 by January. We're going to refund you that money. Okay. This only applies to people who start to engage us today, because we truly understand the uncertainty which is there. But also we have to be transparent with you. We are also trying to manage these uncertainties. But at the same time, we don't want you to just to give us money and then you feel like, oh my God, I'm just giving these guys money, but they know nothing is going to happen. We truly believe, 98% of our belief system right now, that this is going to work out well. Okay, but if it doesn't, that 2%, right, we're going to give you the $125 back. So sorry, I'd forgotten to mention that right now for those who are going to engage us from today. This is only for those from today. Our previous clients, if you are working with you, yesterday going back, we are working hard to make sure you get a place. We are working hard. Some of you have done 6 applications. Some of you have done 8 applications. Some of you have done 4. Some of you have been admitted and funding was cut off. We are doing applications again, all right? If you're still not willing for us to work to try and apply for you for January, just let us know. When one of our people reaches out to you and say, hey, we are making an application for you at University of Oregon, say, hey, you know what, I'm no longer interested, just leave it. That'll be fine with us, right? But we are not going to assume you don't want without you telling us. So we are going to continue looking for opportunities for you guys. And I think the opportunity for Zimbabweans, for Africans to come to America, I think it's today, it's now, and take advantage of it, okay? And some of you, in closing, I'm going to tell you this. It's not a joke, but it's the truth, but I'll say it in a funny way. Some of you, your grandkids are going to ask their mothers standing on your grave and say, why didn't our grandmother or grandfather took the opportunity to be in another country like America and open doors for us and open opportunities for us? Okay, they're going to ask that question because they will see some other people who were with you in school being grandfathers and granddads to other kids who are mentioning, oh, you know what, do you know that my grandfather was with you at Midland State University? I've heard that with my mom. Oh, okay. So what happened? What is the difference? The difference is people don't take opportunities when they are presented. That is the truth. People don't. They don't act. Okay. But we're making it easier for you to act, guys. And we really love you to try and make this opportunity work for yourself and for your family. So having that said, thank you so much for your time. May God bless you. May God be with you. If you are going for a visa interview, please have confidence and make sure you've got a phone call with